Black Ops 6 seems a bit complicated due to Omni-Movement and more, but today I have 10 tips to help you improve instantly. Tip number 1, we're going to be talking about aim settings because some things have changed. So really quickly, I do play on tactical flipped, but I play on 6.6 sensitivity. Now, this is a sensitivity most pro players use because it's the most consistent when it comes to hitting your shots and obviously centering, which is also another important aspect of aiming. So I really recommend you play somewhere between 5 to 6 to 7 sensitivity if you want to be the most consistent when it comes to your aim, and don't play on those high senses. Next, dead zone inputs. I really recommend, by default, this thing is on 15. That's a big no-no. It's gonna hurt your aim. You're gonna want to go down to all the way to 5 at least, but if you can control your stick drift a little bit or your controller is really nice, you can go down to 4, 3, 2, somewhere around here. Like I like playing on 3. I do have my right stick max at 99 because that's a no-no. You don't want to touch this one, but this will help you have more control in your aim and it's going to help you hit more shots. Now, also something I really want to talk about is if you go down here to aiming, you do have the sensitivity multiplier, but I have mine basically on default unless you want to change yours. And we want to go to an aiming advanced settings. Now here, there's aim response curve type. Dynamic, again, 99% of pro players use this setting for a reason. Helps you with that snap ability, helps you snap on people and hit your shots precisely. This has been a setting obviously for a long time and you must put it on. And of course, have this at 1.00. And something to also know, there's no other aim assist type. It's just standard aim assist. I like that. That's a W. Tip number 2, another very important aspect of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, movement settings. Now, you're probably wondering, where's automatic tactical sprint? This is the setting and it's brand new. It's called tactical sprint assist. So you're gonna want to make sure to put this bad boy on for the best movement possible. You're gonna want to make sure you put your sprint assist delay on 0. Of course, so you get the full movement and full potential of Omni movement, you're gonna want to make sure you put your sprint assist sideways and sprint assist backwards on, of course, and then manual assist off, and you can have this off, and on. And if you come down all the way here, automatic airborne mantle off as well. Now, something to really know, since diving and sliding are both very good in this game, you're going to want to make your slide dive behavior on hybrid. Is going to make your slide and dive both very fast and fluid, no delays. Auto door peak off, movement advanced settings. Let's go here. Make sure your sprint restore and slide maintain sprint is on. It's going to help your movement be even better, especially again, we're trying to master Omni movement. Make sure your plunging on the water is free as well, so it's a little bit easier to swim. Before we move on to the next thing, I really want to go to the dead zone inputs really quickly on the movement side of things. Left stick minimum on 1 and left stick maximum, I recommend somewhere between 50 to 70. This is going to help you have quicker and faster movements. Tip number 3, we're going to be talking about the one and only Omni movement, but let's break it down into 3 important factors. Now, obviously, for the first one, you know that Omni movement is basically you can move in any direction and sprint at very fast at any direction. So you need to understand that you can do almost anything with your character and understand what is possible. Well, pretty much anything. So for example, I can slide backwards, and craziest thing enough, you can even slide backwards and go into prone position right away. So something to note when using Omni movement is the fact that you're going to want to get momentum before you slide or before you start using the movement in itself to get the full potential of Omni movement. So you're going to want to get that automatic tactical sprint on, whether it's sideways, whether it's backwards, frontwards, whatever you want to say. You're basically going to want to sprint for like at least 1 second. You can see my gun pulls up, or when you're moving sideways, kind of get that 1 second of a momentum, and then the slide. Look how far I can slide. Look at this. Fast slides, momentum slides. Look at this. Insane. Understanding that you need that momentum is going to be huge, but also the settings I gave you allow you to go very quickly. You basically have to sprint, not even sometimes for half a second, and you can automatically utilize Omni movement to the fullest. But something I really want to talk about as well that's very important to know and understand in this game in Black Ops 6 is the fact that in previous CODs, if you want to like challenge someone here, for example, you kind of have to slide forward and then turn as you're sliding. So look something like this, correct? Now, in this game, you can always be centering and ready for opponent if you obviously center correctly. So instead of me having to do this in previous CODs or kind of something like that, kind of like a you know, you got to whip your stick around because you have to slide forward first. You can now, now we talking. Due to Omni movement, due to its potential and capabilities, you can now center pretty much almost anywhere you're about to fight. And I can even slide backwards like this. Look at this guy right here. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's a perfect example how I'm centered here. I slide backwards and I have the easiest kill. Whew. That guy's currently shooting my body, so I'm going to slam him right quick. Boom. Boom. And that brings me to tip number 4. And this is going to be something insane, maybe to hear, but not really at the same time. I guess because of Black Ops 6 Omni-Movement and playstyle, we automatically think that we constantly have to be using a movement and constantly sliding and diving and all that good stuff. Where yes, if you understand how to use it, it is very beneficial and it'll help you win more gunfights. You need to also understand that it's okay to slow down. It's okay to pre-aim like this. You can still win a lot of gunfights this way. So, for example, I'm going to spawn up here. I'm not going to use any movement. I'm just going to pre-aim. Ready for the gunfight. That was kind of a free kill. Let's get another example. So, we're just going to pre-aim here. We're just ready for a gunfight. Just pre-aiming. They're just pre-aiming me. You see, it works. So, I'm going to come around the... Oh my, that guy's got lasered. So my point is, even though you do want to engage with Omni movement, it's okay to pre-aim. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to hold an angle. And usually you can still win a gunfight. It's not like it's not in your favor. Obviously, pre-aim is a little bit more beneficial with an AR, but in general, the principle stands. Just kind of sit here, pre-aim. Come on, chow me. See? I still win it. Movement is good to have, and it's good to utilize. But just have that in your head. You don't always have to be sliding. You don't always have to be moving. And I'm getting shot in the back right now. Yeah, I am sliding around to... Look at that. It's just a free kill. I just come around a corner, pre-aim. That's a free kill. I don't have to do anything flashy. Free kill. You see? Here's some better examples. Tip number 5. And this is something very important to understand. In this game, there is no headshot multiplier. Kind of new in Call of Duty. Well, there is. Let me explain. So basically, there is no more headshot multiplier in game unless you have a specific attachment. Previously, obviously, if you get those headshot multipliers, you can kill a bullet quicker, 2 bullets quicker, and the difference can be crazy. You know, it's kind of causes inconsistency in some gunfights because it's random. So in this Call of Duty, something to note, it doesn't matter if you get headshots. So don't always think about, oh, I need to get him in headshots. I need to kill him ahead. It's faster. It's better. Not necessarily. So that's the very important to understand. There is an attachment called a CHF barrel. I don't know if it's different for other weapons, but basically there is a barrel that does give you the headshot multiplier. As you can see, my camera's slightly blocking it, but it says headshot multiplier, and this will help you get that headshot multiplier killed a little quicker. But it only works if you have the attachment. So that's something very important to know. And honestly, I find this a W. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. For tip number 6, we're going to be talking about a cool feature that they added in Black Ops 6, but I don't know if you guys noticed this. So if you ever go next to a wall, it basically, your character will kind of lean on its own. Oh god, I'm caught. Oh my god, help me. Oh, thank you. So this is essentially being mounted. You can see the difference here, how he turns the gun a little bit to the side. It's like if you're mounted on the side, you know how it automatically does that, but without having to actually mount. It's a cool little feature that you can use that will help you get some kills and not overexpose your bodies, especially when you're looking around a corner, kind of getting that line of sight. You don't want to overly expose your body. You're kind of leaning around the wall. And it's definitely very beneficial and something you'll see people using a lot more. And I'm about to slam this kid right here. Get that first one. And again, it's very simple to do. All you're going to do is hug the wall. And basically, it's going to automatically do it by itself. And then all you have to do is aim in. You can tell my character, as soon as I approach the wall, automatically kind of tilts and leans. For tip number 7, we're going to be talking about wall banging. So in this game, there's certain spots where an AR can wall bang a little bit harder or more than a sub. But just like in any Call of Duty, there's still places you can wall bang and still places that are very beneficial for you. So obviously, when you're shooting at people, understand that, for example, right here, well, you're both... Wow, that was a crazy kill. But basically, you can wall bang this wall. Obviously, with an AR2, it's going to hit a little bit harder when you're trying to shred them to the wall. But a sub can also get them weak and even take them out over time. And there's other little things like small walls or windows that the sub can shoot through. But obviously, you understand that AR has more options. So if you ever go up here again... Oh my god, don't forget, this wall you're on is wall bangable, and so is the one on the other side. Tip number 8, we're going to be talking about a very important thing in Black Ops 6, which is less aim assist. And they obviously, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they took out the aim assist type like I mentioned earlier. So it's just the aim response curve, and that's pretty much it. Now, what is the best advice I can give you with that? Well, it goes back to one of my first tips. You're going to want to play on a lower sensitivity, right? Because you're going to have essentially slightly less aim assist, and some gunfights are going to feel weird, like especially up close, it's going to feel like you don't even have aim assist. Playing on a lower sense is going to help you still hit shots, still be precise. As you see, I'm still lasering kids, no problem. But at the end of the day, obviously, I'm a professional Call of Duty player. I have a lot of skill, and I understand how to, you know, really use aim to its full potential. Like, wow, I am lasering. And then 2, something you're going to want to do is use rotational aim assist. Okay, this is still a factor, and this still comes into play. So when you're shooting at someone, you want to move side to side. You can move diagonal, like kind of side to the back. But basically, you're always going to be moving your character, because that's going to pull them into the rotational aim assist. You're no longer only relying on your right stick and your right aim assist, but moving your character, you're also implementing rotational aim assist. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard this before. You're definitely going to want to use this a lot more in Black Ops 6. And this is going to help you kind of counter that freaking nerf to aim assist. You're like, woo, let's go mouse and keyboard players. Woo. And that brings me to tip number 9. One of the best tacticals in the game is something you're going to want to abuse and use in Black Ops 6. It's going to be these bad boys right here, Stimshots. Yes, these things are even better in Black Ops 6 for a couple of reasons. One, you spawn in with 2, so that's nice. So you automatically always spawn in with 2, and you can use it for basically two gunfights. If you kill somebody, you're one shot, you stim, you're ready for another gunfight. 2, it's also going to allow you to play at a faster pace and get caught off guard less, because obviously when you're not weak, I mean, you can probably take out anybody. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can. And to top it off, in Black Ops 6, with Omni-Movement being a thing and the crazy movement that you can have in this game, stims are going to be very freaking good, and they are very good, because when you can finesse around and spin in circles and do something like this and then hit a dive and finesse and then heal up and then chow and then redo it all over again. And then, you know, you're like, oh, well, I ran out of my 2 stims. Well, you throw an ammo pack down, you get another stim. So you get multiple stims. So stims are going to be your best friend in the beta and in Black Ops 6 in general. Oh my God, I just lasered that guy. So I really recommend for you to put stims on. Boom, take that guy out, stim, boom, back to full health. Now, if I knew that guy was there, I would have took him out. Tip number 10, I want to highlight some things about the perks, because it's a very important perk system that they are currently using, and I need you guys to understand this to the full capability. So they have a specialty perk. Basically, when you match 3 of the same colors, you get the specialty perk. Enforcer, obviously really good for if you're aggressive, if you're all about that action, really freaking good. It makes the game even more fun, right? So obviously, I have Enforcer on now. I'm a really big fan of Double Time, Dexterity, and Assassin. Or you can rock Ghost. With the problem running Ghost, you don't get Enforcer. But there's another tip I must give you guys. Not only is this a thing with the specialty perk, and it's really good to understand that when building your perks, there's something called Perk Greed, but most importantly, Wild Card. So Wild Card, obviously, at the moment, you can only get Overkill or Perk Greed. What does Perk Greed do? You're gonna want to slap that bad boy on. It allows you to have an extra perk. Absolute W. So you can essentially have your 3 perks that you really like, get the specialty, whichever you want. So I like Enforcer, for example, because I play a very aggressive play style. And then I could go to Perk Greed because I don't need Overkill. You know what I'm saying? I need 1 gun. That's all I need. I'll take them all out. And then I go to Perk Greed, and then you can slap any other bad boy on. You literally have every single perk. And for example, if you really like Ghost, because you want to be a super soldier, you can put on Ghost. And look at that. You're ready to rock and roll, baby. Really quickly, an extra tip for you guys, just because I'm feeling a little generous. If you want less visual recoil, 1, play on FOV somewhere between 100 to 110 in multiplayer, obviously in Black Ops 6. Then you want to put it on affected, because this will give you less visual recoil. But what's most important is you turn these 2 bad boys off and then put first-person camera movement at least to 50%. The visual recoil is going to feel a lot better, and you're probably going to shoot straight. Thank you guys for watching today's video. These tips will drastically improve you, especially if you are struggling. I'm going to be posting more content, so don't miss out. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!